I tried to make Randy stand up here so she was all big and all.
Good morning.
Good
Sorry
morning.
we are late.
What time is it? Oh, it's 7:16. Well, half the time on Saturdays it seems like a lot of people are sleeping in anyway, but good morning and welcome to Daytona International Speedway in Jeep Beach 2026. We are here to do the morning devotion here, and there are going to be thousands of Jeeps descending on this area. They have been all over Daytona. If you've been in this area, you probably have noticed more Jeeps driving around with their doors off, the tops down, people all sitting in the seats, because Jeep Beach is a really, really, really big event that happens here at Daytona every year. It does support charities, and it is a great way for the community of Jeepers to get together and see some really cool stuff, ride some good obstacle courses, and basically have a good time together. Well, there's a couple things about the Jeep community that you probably want to know. First off, when you get a Jeep, it's like getting a blank slate. It's a slate, just like a blank piece of canvas, because most people, when they get a Jeep, the first thing they do is they build it up. They do projects with them. They do upgrades with them. They put their own style into a Jeep. Some people's styles may not be your style. Some people's way of adding things onto the Jeep, you may be looking at some front end on a Jeep and say, oh, what happened to the 7 slots that were there? I saw one recently, and Randy says, oh, look at that Jeep. And I was like, oh man, that's, but everybody has their own style. Everybody does things a little bit differently. Some people's Jeeps, when they get them, they are in pretty rough shape. They may be rusted out buckets or a pile of parts or a project Jeep that somebody gave up on, but they build it. They build it with passion. They build it with money.
Yeah.
And then they put their own stuff together. Some people just upgrade. They put new tires on, bigger tires on, lifts on, winches on, lights on. They upgrade the axles. They put lockers on. They put custom tops on. They do special paint jobs. Some people put stickers on them, and some people put wraps on them. It's all about what you want to represent as your Jeep. Well, drive it. That's the other thing. People with Jeeps tend to drive their Jeeps. They use it. When I first got a Jeep, I had to make a decision whether I was going to maintain my paint job or I was going to take it out and use it. If you ever go out into, say, Ocala, and you get down some of those narrow trails, you're going to get some pinstriping, is what we call it, on the side of your vehicle, because branches touch your vehicle. Our Jeep's not exactly clean because we are more focused on using our Jeep than we are on going out and driving to a special place to visit. But we use our Jeep, and because we use our Jeep, it does get scratched at times. Lastly is maintain it. You need to maintain your Jeep. I did that devotion earlier about show me a rusty grease shirt, and I'll show you a vehicle that has not been maintained. We need to maintain our Jeeps. Every time you go out, you should wash at least the underside. If you leave sand and grit and mud and guck inside of your axle housing or in your U-joints, you're going to end up having some problems in the long run. So maintaining it is important as well. There's a saying that I was taught from my dad, and I'm not sure who came up with it, but they said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, that doesn't apply to Jeeping, because if it's not broke, you might just want to fix it up a little bit and change some things. Well, how does this correlate into a devotion? Well, as people of faith, you should build your faith. You should take time to build your faith. Isaiah 40:31 says, but they who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. That's because they that wait on the Lord are renewing their strength. We need to renew our strength. So often in life, there are so many things that come at us. And just like when you're in a Jeep and you have to face an obstacle, sometimes it takes a nice slow crawl. Sometimes you have to hit the skinny pedal a little bit, but you have to grow in your knowledge of Jeeping so you know how to do that. Randy doesn't drive often, but she actually can drive a Jeep as well. And she's done some stuff too, but it's not just a thing that I do all the time, but mostly she films. You build your faith. Last, you got to drive your faith. What does that mean, drive your faith? Well, do you know that in a race, all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it. Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wealth, but we serve God for an imperishable wealth. We're not serving it for monetary gain. We're not doing the things we do for money. We're doing it because we want to help you to run your race in life. Finish strong. Finish good. You need to maintain your faith. Well, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away, and the new has come. That's found in 2 Corinthians. Just like your Jeep, if you take a picture of a person's Jeep when they first got it and show a picture of it now, you can see progression of before and after of what they've done to their Jeep. In life, when you find your faith in Christ, you find purpose in life. Spurgeon said this. He said, preach to people so that the people who hear, I'm kind of paraphrasing this, don't fear death. See, that's the ultimate message. There's a lot of things that we could say that would help you out in life, that may be able to help you to have faith, to give you hope. But all of us have to face death at some point. And that is a fearful subject in a lot of people's lives. Some don't even ever want to talk about it. Randy's mom, up until the day that she died, there was nothing. She didn't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear it. We're not talking about that. And it's kind of like without plans. Spurgeon said if you preach to where people don't fear death, you'll find yourself preaching the gospel. Well, in the long run, this is who's the winner. In 2 Timothy 4:7 says this, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. So just like you keep up with Jeeping and you don't give up on your Jeep, and you keep pouring money into it because it keeps breaking, because you use it, don't give up on your faith. Keep your faith strong. Find a group of people that you can hang around with in your faith. Just like Jeepers gather together to hang around, find a group or a church that you are going to where you're going to be enriched, where they're going to preach the word, where they're going to encourage you. Thanks for joining us from Daytona International Speedway today. Enjoy the devotion. I'm Matt.
I'm Randy.
And y'all just have a wonderful weekend. Keep a praise on your heart.
Rejoice in the Lord always.
And again, I say,
Rejoice.
we'll see you tomorrow.